Howdy, it's me, Guy. We're starting stream a little early because we're going to be doing our little knife assembly. Hopefully, the lighting's all right. It's kind of hard to get good lighting in here without being a dumbass, without severe glare. Um, but here we go. We got Fingy Cam. Fingy Cam's ready. It's been about a year since we've done Fingy Cam. I feel like maybe I'm a little too up close, but we are in fact doing knife stream. Knife stream. Oh, look at that. You can see the. Oh, who's that? I don't think you even had my reflection in there. Anyway, this is about as festive as I'm going to get. Um, Screwdriver this time. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just whip out everything festive that we own. Just get it out there. We got a green pen. It's festive. We got a red pen. Oh, where the fuck? It's maybe a little orange. That's pretty festive, right? I think this guy made an appearance last year. It's kind of in the way. I'm gonna need all these spots. It's got red on it. That's festive, right? And you know what? I may or may not have defaced some Knife Joy stickers for those joys, but there's some red and white. Right? That's festive. I don't know. This is probably not as dirty as it looks. Neither is the mouse pad. I clean it all the time. Um, there we go, green. There we go. It may or may not be the wrong holiday on that one. Anyway, um, I should probably use this to open the thing. Uh, yeah, this is a Boker Plus advent calendar. Been trying to do one every year since I discovered them, which makes this the second fucking year. Um, Basically, this year's sold out. I'm pretty sure I've seen the other 2 years still in stock some places. I think like Blade Ops had them, at least last I looked. This year's sold out because it's I think Rafael Durand design, super popular, sir. Is this not working? Okay, it is up. Um, there's my beat up mouse, the 502. I have a brand new one. I don't know why I don't hook it up. Probably because cable management is a bitch. Anyway, this is going to become a mess once again. This is the 2023 version. Most normal people do it. Holy shit, it was in there upside down. Anyway, most normal people do it one at a time. If you're not familiar with an advent calendar, um, literally, you know, like you go by, oh, here's day one, we opened box one or flap one. But in this is knife parts. And so at the end of it, you build yourself a knife. And for me, I'm probably not going to bother showing each and every box. For me, I mean, let's face it. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was the blade for a second. For me, being, Jewish and all, quite frankly, the buildup doesn't matter so much. But it's still fun, and I still really enjoy building knives or disassembling them. I'm gonna have a fucking mess with all these boxes. That's box 1 and 2, and I'm just going through them. So, most people probably have done theirs already. There's nothing that says you can't just do this another year. That would be the backspacer, which tells us this is a lockback, and they have their own tool. I'm not. Oh, two of them, because they know how easily they break. I was just about to say I'm not going to use it because they break immensely easily. Um, uh, Already running out of space. Where did the instructions go? Did I leave them in there? Very cool. I mean, that's really helpful that they have the picture there, except for the fact that they haven't given me the fucking screws. But yeah, we'll just go through this, and hopefully, I'm at like an off angle here because I have a tiny ass desk. But hopefully, we can have some fun here. Box 4, tiny ass box. I'm gonna guess these are the screws, which is fantastic news. Okay. I guess this is the spring, so it's like a combination spacer spring situation. Okay, so let's see. We ready to start adding pieces? These are just pins it's telling me to put in. What are we looking at here? Oh, and screws. Oh wow, this is going to be even faster than I thought. They really streamlined this process. Okay, let's put all of these in a thing. Okay, so this is a pivot. We can tell that. Looks like maybe one of those, and that's probably a lanyard hole. Where else would one go? Maybe down here. Yeah, it's got to be down there because this is a full one, and that's the I guess pocket clip side. And that is a lanyard hole, right? I don't know. Anyway, um, and it is on the darker side. Thank God I'm white as fuck. What are we looking at here? Like a tube? Okay. Let's take a second. We are looking at totally not legible shit here. Okay. This is supposed to look like that. Looks like it's been assembled before. I guess at least we know it fits together. Um, this is probably for the backs or for the back spring. Hmm. All right, let's place this here and see what we're looking at. Not too bad. Also, yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of psoriasis there. I'm sorry, nothing I can really do about it. I've tried. If you have suggestions, let me know. And my nails, as always, are fucked up because of psoriasis once again. Okay. Apparently, I need something to go in here. So this is just a straight up spacer. Is it this? Well, one of these is definitely this. So let me take that. It's not keyed. Okay. So we got that action going. That's not right. There we go. Got that action going. Try and place that down while we're doing it. So we need something for the center here, it looks like. I'm not really seeing what that would be. This is definitely pivot. It doesn't look like it has a head, so it's got to be that, right? But then won't that just come out? Could be this. I was thinking this would maybe fit more there, though. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We're gonna call that it for now, I guess. We just did box 4 and we started some shit. Where the fuck is box 5? Box 5 is massive. Okay. Um ah, okay. Box 5 is some sort of extra. Um let me undo it. Sorry about the noise. I don't know. I put this under makers and crafting. Last year I did just chatting. I don't even know if this was an option. Is this another one of those things? Yeah, you put this around your neck. This one, last year's had a tree. This one is the knife itself with Raphael Duran's signature. That's interesting. I still have the other two. I never wear them. uh, I feel like it's too heavy for here in California and probably too light for anywhere where you would actually wear them regularly. So it is what it is. Looks like we have our first blade, which is not a good sign. Does this have okay, this had further instructions to keep going. Alright, my bad. Let's take a second and actually do those. Out of curiosity, this does not have thumb studs. That's interesting. Okay. Alrighty. So apparently we're speed running. Let's maybe go back. So we're on B, I think. And B involves this. Boom. Um, we are experiencing the exact problem we thought we would, which is the same problem you have every year when you do these, and that's that all of the screws are not in any way captive. They are not like screwed in until both sides are in, and that kind of makes them a little difficult. The last few years, The last 2 years, the ones that I've done, uh, I don't really want to say anything bad. I did have some problems with them, with like fitment, even after like disassembling them. Um, Basically, 2022's was like the back. This part would clip like effectively what would be this part on that one, and it just would rub every time, and it was basically impossible to deploy. And I probably should have had them at the ready for this, and I don't. I'm sorry. I did not think that far ahead, apparently. Um, okay. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to have put the pivot in too, which is honestly a bit of a weird call, but I can respect it, I guess. Because we're gonna now have pressure on the pivot for effectively no reason. I don't know that I like that personally, but hey, you know what? It's steel. Hopefully, we don't put any sort of like nicks into this part. That would be the part I'm worried most about. Potentially also the pivot. And what that would do is make a very not smooth, not clean action. Oh, I hate this. I don't know what they expect you to do here. Anyway, um, yeah, they should really just make that like a very lightly screwed in thing. All right. So now we have some tension on the spring, which is not great, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it right now. But if I can get this on, okay. Think if I can put this in, I don't necessarily have to tighten it right now. Um, just thread it. Okay. I'm guessing that's a T8, so I'm gonna just pull out T6. I have tons of T6s, even on these wee hobbits. The T6 always breaks. Is that T8? It looks like a T8 to me. So we'll get the T8 and the T6s ready. Does it say what size screw to use? What are we looking at here? Absolutely no information whatsoever. Thank you. Really appreciate that one. Um, a lot of these are pretty much the same. There's like a few smaller ones. I would maybe guess that smaller goes inside, but they're not flat. And usually, like inside body screws are flat heads, like flat, like that flat, like kind of more like that. Is it this? Am I supposed to be using that? It really doesn't look like it. That looks like a normal screw to me. I don't know what they're doing. I guess we're just gonna screw it in. Screw it. We'll do this one first. I'm not super tightening anything down, and I also don't have any. Well, it looks like there's maybe blue Loctite on it already, but I'm not adding any extra. Definitely not using red Loctite. There's a good chance I'm gonna fuck this up and have to do it again off stream at some point. But we're just trying to do it, you know, together. And that doesn't feel like it's going in particularly well. Might mean that this is the wrong screw, which is fine. Really no information here about that. Um, okay. This one is also not going in. Um, let's go ahead and tighten down the pivot. Not a huge fan of the way these are put together, just because I don't like handling the blades the way they're gonna make me handle it. But we'll see. All right. Not a lot of risk, I'd say, of this coming apart. A little bit of stick here. Not liking that. It's hopefully gonna improve. All right, I forgot I switched to T8. Hopefully it's gonna go ahead and improve. Also, man, I should have opened better. with like some extra body screws and some tightening maybe. All right, these aren't captive, which kind of sucks. Let me go ahead and uh, I don't think these are the right screws here either. Yeah, this is not right. We're gonna have to do something about this. We're gonna leave this part for now. Because that seems way too thick, doesn't it? Like that's poking out. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the clip and we're gonna have to wait. Um so we're gonna leave that because I don't know what's happening with that. Gonna leave those because I don't know what's happening with that. Um I actually have to put this in now. Shit. Let's try maybe the smallest one. Um oh, it's the smallest. Okay. All right. That's the thing. That's happening. So we'll put that in through there. And sorry, I'm trying to keep it centered. I'm not too great at this. I'm very much not used to doing on in real life camera work. Oh god, you can see the yellow. Now you know it's Ember, not Christmas. Fuck. This is why you should have everything be put in on one side, and then the final scale literally only needs to just be placed on top of stuff. But hey, what do I know? All right, so I think we've got just about everything in place. I'm sure we can do a better job later. So now we're looking at the blade stuff. This is going a lot faster than expected. I'm gonna move this off. I don't know what I need it for. And we got ourselves a very nice clip point here. D2. That's hey. Wait a minute. There's a hole in this. Guess I'll have to put the thumb studs on myself. That's a very poor choice in my opinion. I mean, I don't mind removable thumb studs, but what I don't like is having to install a blade without effectively. I'm not going to have a way to open this. I might be able to pull it off. We're going to loosen this a little bit. I might be able to pull it off with a little finger pinch if the back spring's pretty weak. But yeah, if I cut myself here, know that I'm probably going to be fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. Okay. A lot of wiggle. Probably not going to get this perfect. And we're done. That's the knife. I should have brought out the slack. I have one, although I don't use it. It's technically for sale. But I do have a slack, which I believe this model is designed after. Um, but it's a really nice knife. The grind on this is actually fucking horrible. What in the hell? Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is the not finished product. There are going to be aftermarket scales for this. Now, I'm gonna go over like a little bit of a review later when it's time. Out of curiosity, what did they say? Make sure that the blade has been inserted noticeably up to the stop and incorrectly inserted blade, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Achtung. Okay, thank you. All right. What the fuck did we do? Was that 6? Shit. I think we're on 7 now. All right. Oh, okay. So they gave us a coin this year. I'm not huge on coins. I don't like. What do I do with this? Am I stupid? It's cool. It's a nice weight. I'm probably not gonna take it out. I'll put it I don't know why they have a double-sided dagger. They make like one that I know of. Actually, they make a few. You know what? I'm just not a dagger person, but I can think of at least two right now. Um, okay, we got our first bolster. Not a great choice. I personally would have given us the copper first that we've seen on the pictures. Um, that was box 8. Box 9 is probably another bolster based on the size of the box. I am desiccating this box. What do you know? It's another bolster. This is probably gonna look fine with green micarta, but copper and green micarta are just fucking banging. Same with brass. So that was 9. We're looking for 10. 10. Ooh, what is that? What could that be? What could that be? Swear to God, if they give us carbon fiber or something, son of a bitch, it's carbon fiber. It's actually a really nice looking carbon fiber. I'll give them that. That's actually really nice. Do I have a light? Light, can I get a little bit of, okay, that's a little much. You can kind of see it's like a shred. I'm not going to do too much of that. That was bright as fuck. Sorry about that. It's actually why I don't have more lighting in this, just because it's so dark where I'm at. Even with like a ceiling light on and all that shit. Like if I turn this lamp on here, it's gonna get so fucking white. Oh my god! Look at it. Oh god. Oh, it's a mess. Um, but yeah, the contrast is just insane. I don't know. I need better settings. I don't really, like I said, do a lot of this. I do this like at most once a year. We have one of each side now. Um, I do it basically once a year, and that's it. You know. Um, should I keep going or should I like assemble it? I think we should assemble it and see what it looks like completed. So we are this side. Okay. Really surprised these aren't shallower screws, but hey. So I'm gonna guess this is steel, but it does kind of give that titanium vibe. I'm guessing that's what they're going for, like a titanium carbon fiber look, make it look a little more premium. Okay, I'm not tightening down too much, so this is going to be clip side, I'm guessing. I almost wish there was this maybe a filler tab for this. Maybe we'll get one later. Oh, that's a flat screw. Fuck. All right, that belongs somewhere. Maybe that's this guy. Did we finally find this guy's home? Or maybe that's this guy. We might have found this guy's home. We've been looking all over for it. Sorry. I know this is very not centered. I know we're not looking great here. As I've said many times, I don't do this often. I'm trying to do my best here. I got like the whole thing in my lap. I'm sitting a bit away from the desk. The mic's to the left, so you'll hear me a bit to the right probably. I mean, it should be technically surround, but what the fuck? You know what? I don't think this is right. I think before I was right, where I think we wait on this. We have another flat screw by any chance? Is that? Oh god. You see that motherfucker? That thing was spinning. Okay, okay, so that's flat. And is this the flat boy? Those are the clip screws. Okay. All right. We're understanding now. So those are going to go through there and they're going to be flush. I actually really like that. I can appreciate that. Anyway, I think I paid around $100 for this. I had also a $10 like gift card to the place I bought it from, Blade HQ. So for me, it was technically like 90, and it sold out when it was that price. Before that, it was $130. I was waiting, but I decided I didn't want to wait too long. I really thought this was going to be a popular model. Other years, like I said, they would still have some after Christmas. Like, even I don't like how that feels. Even like Blade HQ and other major retailers. Um, Not feeling great here. I'm not confident in the screw strength. But yeah, other years hmm, they've not been great about selling out. Um, this does not fit. Okay. All right. Okay, that makes more sense now. Thank you. But yeah, I think I still see some of the other years in. Um, they do also go for like full price. We're not reaching deep there. We ain't getting the walls. Is that the flathead? That's the flathead. We really are not up big here. I think I'm missing some screws. Actually, am I missing screws? I'm very not happy with what's going on. Um, Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I don't like the way this is looking. I must have fucked up the screw placement. In my defense, it doesn't really like you can't really tell what screws going where on this shit. Anyway, let's just wait on these. So I think maybe what I have to do is put the clip on first and then we can screw this in. I think what's happening is the little thing in there isn't it's not keyed. And so we had the keyed pivot where it's like a D shape, which means it can't spin. Well, it can if you fuck it up. But right, this is just a circle, for example. No. Right, if I put a barrel in there and tried to screw with nothing to like hold it in place on the other side, right? It's just gonna spin because there's no friction, there's no metal on metal basically to tab it. But a keyed screw hole would be like a D shape or whatever, and it would stay in place because there would be a force stopping it from turning because it's not a circle, right? So it's going to hit a wall instead of spinning indefinitely. I don't I don't know why they would do that. Anyway, actually, I mean, a little. I'm sure I can get that better. Really good size. I really like this knife so far. Um, Not a huge fan of the proud liners. We're gonna call them bolsters. I think this is a bolster, and this is, I guess, technically also part of a bolster. I don't know. This is the scale. These are the liners. I'm not a fan of that look. I think it makes it look cheap, but I understand why they did it here because it's easier to work with. But yeah, this is really comfortable in the hand. Nicely contoured too. I don't know why they don't just extend out to the bolster or to the liner. I guess it's probably cheaper because that is less materials. But this is a very stiff spring right now. Like it's not got great walk and talk. Do I have any? I forgot I took this away to open the package. This is a non-locking knife. This is Spyderco Urban. Don't believe it. I'm not that. I don't got it like that. This is a factory second. These are 400 new, but factory second. I got it in one of the mystery boxes this year, along with not this. This is also a factory second, by the way. This is a Maxima. This is from last year's factory seconds though, and these are aftermarket scales. But um, basically, here's the back spring. This one's non-locking, um, and there's just like first off, this has a half stop, but there's just like a spring to it, if that makes sense. Like I can let it go and it pulls it and it feels right. Like it feels springy, right? I can feel the tension that I need to break. And I don't know how to explain it. People call it walk and talk, I think. I don't really know what that fucking means. But right, this is kind of mushy, right? It's almost too tense, right? Where it's not pulling it down, right? It doesn't feel unsafe. In fact, it's probably safer because if you fuck up and have your finger in the way, sorry, forgot it's locking, right? It's not going to pull down on you, so it's probably safer, but it's not as satisfying. That said, do like the shape. All right, what the fuck number were we on? Let's keep going. Anyway, previous years were less popular. I'm not good at staying on topic. Um, Last year's wasn't bad. Okay. Army patch, I guess. I don't know what to call these. Velcro patch, morale patch. That's what people call them. Not too bad. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't have anything to put them on. I was thinking about maybe like putting some Velcro on. Here's some patches I got from Blade HQ, the Wiener Warrior ones. Um, shit, I don't know where my donut ones are. Sorry, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I was thinking about maybe making like a strip of the attachy part, the soft part, I guess, because these are the hooks. I don't know what the other side's called. Um, and like maybe sewing it onto a hat just to use them. Not really that important. So what are we looking at here for box 14? Our other side scale. Now this is what I wanted. Fuck you. This is why I think this one sold out. So here, first off, the designer Michael Duran's stuff is usually very popular. Do I have? Is a very popular Boker plus fixie called the Boxer. I think I love that thing too. It's a really nice shape. It's literally this, but like larger. It's it's nice, is what I'm getting at. Not the best deal, but it's fine. It's a little expensive, and that's the story with Boker Plus. Usually a little expensive, but this is Micarta. Now, if you don't know I feel like people know what carbon fiber is, right? I feel like that's pretty well known. But if you don't know what carbon or micarta is, micarta is, I guess, I think it's technically like a specific version, but a lot of stuff has been passing as micarta these days. But it's basically a resin that has been poured over. I don't know about that gray with it, but what I'll probably do is leave one side as what came before. But it's a resin that's been poured over pretty much any material. I've seen a lot of different styles, but what's most popular are like rugged linens and burlaps, right? Like bag materials, kind of. Because they patina well, they end up with a really nice texture. This one's pretty nice. Some people polish it pretty well. Do I have a burlap micarta here? Because I think this is linen. Um, what do we have? All right, perfect. Boker plus. So this is a polished burlap micarta. You can probably see this is copper. The design, I really like this. It reminds me of coffee. Um, but you can probably see like the pattern of burlap in it. And this one isn't as nice because I can't really feel the texture. It's just smooth because it's been polished. Whereas this is less polished. It's a little rough. Do I have any? You know what? This is also micarta. I think this is Tarot Tough. But right, I can really feel this. This is very, very like rough, and it's great for a grip, and it patinas really well. Right, it'll get darker over time, and it's just really satisfying to touch. Good for grip, and people love it for the look, and that's why you'll also, again, that whole patinaing idea, you'll see it paired with like brass and copper and other things that will change color over time. So you get like this almost weathered look, even though it might not be more than like a year old. Um, One main issue is, for example, with these Rips Garage Tech ones, there's zero blade play on this knife, but the micarta is a little flimsy. So this is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, PM2, very popular model, but they're just a little flexy, and so it introduces a little bit of blade play. It's very minute, and I usually just hold it like this to go through cardboard, so it doesn't really matter to me. But some knives, if it's too thin, it ends up a little like that. Now this is a little bit like, I'd say it's above average, right? It definitely feels just a little bit plasticky, but I can still feel the material. I've had worse, I've had better. I would say this is definitely better feeling. It is a little too thin, but what can you do? Um, but I've definitely had worse. So let's move on to the next one. Past years, I don't think there's been any micarta. This is the other side. We're gonna leave that knot on. So we're gonna leave one side carbon fiber, other side micarta. We're gonna probably switch to the other bolster soon. What was that? 15? No, that was 16. No, that was 15. Um, Other years have been like wood and G10. Oh, okay. So we got some thumb stud options. That's kind of cool. I dig that. We got green, red, and purple. That's nice. Other years that we didn't have options. There were more blade options, although they might be coming up. Um, we're gonna go. I almost feel like red might be the choice here. Because I mean, hold up. What if we do one red, one green? We can pull that off. Make it a little Christmassy. Oh, we'll do that. Okay. There's that. Okay. Oh, be a little careful here. Might have to turn the light on soon because it is getting darker. Uh-oh. If I drop something and I can't find it within like 20 seconds, we're not finding it on stream. So yeah, we're going red and green. Make it a little Christmassy. I don't know. Depending on what I end up with for the scales, might change. Honestly, if there's a nail nick as well, I'm a big fan of nail nicks for lockbacks and slip joints. Just do this for now. It's a little bit of thread. Let's put these back in the bag before I fucking lose them. But I do like that. Pretty cool little option to have red and green. Not really sure why they included purple. I guess that does go with carbon fiber, but I don't really feel like either of these go. Holy shit, that's tight. Uh, I'm not really sure. I'd say either of these go with copper and green. I know I don't have copper yet. I fucking can't adjust the pivot. All right. Oh, they're kind of loose. All right. Oh no, I can feel them spin, and that's why you key your pivots. We're not gonna get to test this on stream. Well, we'll see. I guess I think this actually might be screw side, so we might when we replace the thing. Um, yeah, I'm not sure I understand the color choice here. Like, why not give us maybe a copper one, a black one, and a silver one? And it's a textured G10. I'm guessing G10 is just a thermoplastic. Uh, it's just plastic. It's like a thicker plastic though, pretty rigid. There's other plastics out there that are like much flimsier. For example, like FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, and there's like carbon versions and other versions. They're not like super weak, but they just feel flimsier. This is more rigid, which probably actually makes it worse, right? Like this is gonna have worse impact resistance because it's stiffer, right? It's not gonna be able to take like a sharp impact. Um, I don't know. It's not really my style, I guess. I do like the texturing. I almost wish that this had that. Um, I don't know, gray. So this would mean no bolster. I guess this one's for purple. I don't know. I guess I could dye that. I don't have any dye, but I have other stuff I could dye if I did dye it. I might just dye. Oh, apparently I skipped 12. By the way, who the fuck was 12? Oh, 12 was the clip. I was wondering when that was gonna show up. Um. All right. Let me fit that bad boy on there. Um. Shit. I don't know which one would be there. Oh fuck. I got T8 on. We need T6. Give me the T6. I'm gonna make the guess. Actually, hold up. Hold up. There's no way, right? Hold on. What is happening? That's not flat. This is flat. Okay. I feel like this has to be this one. Fuck. It's so fucking hard. There we go. Anyway, I hope this doesn't go on too much longer. I'm really taking a long time. I always think this isn't gonna take very long, and then I really fuck it up along the way. And it does take long. Uh-oh. It's looking a little lifted there, isn't it? Not great. Really not great. All right. How did this happen? I thought we had something going here, buddy. All right. Looks like this guy's coming off real quick. Could have swore this was flush earlier, but that's fine. What's the problem? Oh, you know what? I think this pushed through even more, right? Oh, God. You have to find a way to push that down. And I don't know if I can. Oh, man. This is why, again, you key it and you have single-sided screws so that you don't have to fidget with it like this. So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can thread this. No. Nope. I don't think there's any way to do this without taking the entire thing apart. Maybe if I loosen this. I don't know what the play here was. Like, why? Why would they not just make this one-sided so that I don't have to have basically a floating screw in there? It doesn't make any sense, or a floating barrel. All right, so let's try and Push that through. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, this is an entire disassembly. Oh, that's why they gave us two. They knew this was gonna happen. This happened in testing. You can tell because they gave you fucking two of them. All right, this is a little risky here. Can we maybe take it out? No. So basically, the issue is this side is not through and not aligned. And so this side is basically stuck out a little bit. Try not to push too hard. I don't want to kill the threads. I don't think there's any way to do this without fucking up the back spring here. Like I have to take out the back spring so there's no tension on this anymore. Maybe if I push through. So goofy, man. Why do they do this? This is a bit of a risky one. No. All right. Oh. Now we're popping up. Okay. Yeah, this ain't happening anytime soon. Shit. It was going so well, too. There's always something just off about these, and it usually has to do with screw placement or like spring tension. Right? They just I don't think they quite know what they're doing. To be quite honest, it's kind of a staple of Boker Plus to do this. I've never had a perfect Boker. There's just always something either wrong with the design or the execution. And what I mean by that, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. But what I mean by that is they have like I think I just shot that screw somewhere. They have really good designs. Like a lot of times they'll work with great designers, and then they'll kind of just under execute it. Um, like they'll use subpar steels and charge 120 200 $300 for the design, and it's a nice design, but you're getting like VG10 or D2 in this case for $100 is actually not a great bargain, right? It's just not. There's no easy way to say it. It's not a good deal. Um, Now, does that make it a bad knife? No, but it's overpriced, and that's a huge issue a lot of the times with them. Like they'll have an okay execution, but like for the price to material thing, it's not going to be great. All right, so picture this. I put it together right, and the barrel is right. This is generally what it should look like. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this screw in because it's not long enough. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to leave that there because I fucked it up. I'll have to do that off stream because I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. But that's the story with them. Hold up. For example, I think I have something right here. I did not pay $300 for this, but this is the Trapper. This is their newest version in Magna Cut, and It's just half-assed, right? It has some lock stick. I can live with that. Action's okay. Blade shape is kind of decent, right? Magna cut, great. Allegedly, it's 62 to 63 or something. I do have failures on the deployment, but that's just like the trapper design. But this clip is quite uncomfortable. I can feel it in my hand, right? It's just not well chamfered. None of these edges are either, right? This isn't, right? Like they just, it's like they came out with it and they just kind of cut corners where they could, and it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense with it, to me. I have a lot more criticisms, but I can't remember what they are now that I'm on the spot. I would say one of the biggest ones is this, and the fact that this isn't like knocked down well. You know what, this too, right? I can feel this. This is like scraping my skin, right? It's just it's so mediocre. All T6 hardware. Like again, I didn't pay $300 for it, but they were expecting people to pay $300 for something that they didn't put $300 worth of design into. Like, why not T8? I mean, I guess I'll give them this. It's all T6 hardware, but for fuck's sake, like the most strippable screwdriver or bit driver size. What are you doing? Whatever. But there's always just something a little bit off, right? Like they give up halfway through. So there's our other gray boy. That was 18. 19 sounds like maybe another clip. Yeah, so we got a blue clip, which and blue thummies. Look at that. I was gonna say which doesn't really go with anything, but okay. Here we go with, was that 19? I hope it was because we're doing 20 now. Who the fuck is this guy? All flamed titanium hardware. Does that show up? It's like blue and gold. I'm not gonna bother taking it out. I feel like they should maybe give you hardware at the start, but what do I know? Right? Like now I have to take the whole thing apart if I want that. Is that brass? I guess we're getting brass. I could have swore it was copper. But now you're speaking my language. Copper or brass in Micarta is always a good look, in my opinion. And I believe this is the reason why this year's model sold out. People fucking love micarta. They love brass. They love copper, like organic materials that will patina. And they also really love this design. This screw is not fitting. Is not a great sign. There we go. Once again, though, like these thumb studs don't go with it. I'm guessing there's like maybe a nail nick blade because usually there's more than one blade. Um, but this actually might even look good with the carbon fiber. But that definitely looks really nice. I have more than the amount of knives I should really with this like combo. It's banging. Where it's at. All right, I don't remember what that was, but this is the next lowest number at 22. And what do you know? It's the other side. We're not going to put that on now. Throw that away. Down to our last two boxes at 23. This is probably an extra. And is it what? Who the fuck? We got a carbide and ceramic V-edge sharpener. I will promptly not use this. I have a Worksharp Pro or whatever. Actually lets you adjust your angles. These usually have like a 25-degree angle or something. Kind of thick. I mean, if you have nothing else, I guess it's better than nothing. And you know what? I almost wish they would have given me nothing. I don't know. I guess if this is like a knife set for your first ever knife, I actually don't even think this is sharpened at 25 degrees. I think this is like 20. The fuck can I tell? I don't know. But if this is your first ever, you don't have like a sharpening system. Just use the ceramic side. That's probably all you'll need. That's probably what I'd go with. All right, we're now on the empty side. I could have swore that looked like copper, but whatever. I'll take brass. And oh, okay, yeah, sure. Was this used or something? Really nice of them to not put that in anything. That has fingerprints all over it. I just realized this year they didn't give us something to wipe it down with. This is the Kaiser one. I have literally a fucking pile of those right there. Stop sending them, Kaiser. Yeah, that did not come with a blade sleeve. At least it came with that. I don't like the fact that that didn't come with a blade sleeve. This is also D2. No nail nick, but that's pretty fat. Gotta be a little on the careful side here. Hopefully I don't cut myself. If I do, enjoy the show. Not great. Put it down in there. Man, why is it so tight? All right. We're going to have to actually take it apart. Jesus. What am I doing? I really hope this is the right side. I think it is. Actually, it's not. Hold up. It's not. It's definitely not. Right? It probably was. Because I questioned myself and redid it, that means it was. I fucking was. Fucking hate this. I'm uninstalling. Man, why does it slip in so fucking easy, but this side is scuffed as shit? What the hell are you doing over there, Boker? Damn Germans. I don't know what you're doing. Where the fuck did I put my bit? Am I blind? There it is. Ah, this is why you don't have a messy desk. Thankfully, it's horribly not that sharp. Honestly, it's sharp enough, but like it's not that sharp. You know what I mean? I literally just handled the fucking blade side, like the sharp edge. All right, so now we have this one in. God damn, that is tight. But that gives us play. No play. A little better. Okay. That's nice. Same blade shape, right? Yeah, same blade shape, just no thummies. We got Christmas thumb studs on this though. So I guess that's why, you know, all the colorful ones are for with the black or the gray. And then the copper, sorry, this ended up being brass. I could have swore it was copper in the pickies, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? The brass doesn't really go with any of them, so I guess they gave us a different, you know, low blade here. I probably would have maybe, like, if I'm assembling the set, I maybe would have gone with like a different blade shape. You know, that's just me. Maybe a different steel, like a D2 and a VG10 or something. I think this is as done as it's gonna get. Yeah, I did fuck up the clip side. I'll have to do that off stream. I think compared to the last 2 years, I think this one's actually pretty carryable. I would probably have not given the Micarta one a clip, because I have a feeling most people. Oh no, not the towel, not the winter blade towel. There goes my holiday festivities of green. Um, yeah, I probably would guess that most people who got this, which is probably everyone interested in Micarta backlocks, uh, probably everyone who's in deep, they're probably running it with this combo. And they're also probably more traditional lovers because that's the type of knife this guy makes usually, right? Either like trapper type, um, single blade jacks, if you will. Uh, right, these clip points for like hunting. Not that I'm much of a hunter myself, but right, they're probably going for that more traditional style, but maybe modern materials. So I doubt most of them are gonna run it with a clip. Um, Clip is fine. It's actually probably one of their better clips. It's actually chamfered pretty well. It's better than the one I was showing earlier. Right, it's a deeper profile. Right, that's gonna fit deeper in the pocket. It's a little looser, but not too loose, so it's not gonna like tear at your pocket. Kind of a bitch to put on though. The Micarta on this is better, which it fucking better be. Given that the MSRP is like 3 times it. But hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that's the same blade. Anyway, uh, that's the 2023 Boker Plus Advent Calendar. Like I said, I paid around 100 minus $10 gift card, but I mean technically that's $10, so it's 100. Um, I think a lot of people probably paid 130. Honestly, it's realistically not worth it. You can do better in terms of materials. You're kind of buying this for the experience, for this design, for right the micarta brass combo, along with again this this person's design, Raphael Durand. I think it's fucking Raphael. I don't know. How do I pronounce shit? Um, it's not the worst value though. I think 2021's was 440C, which is a fine steel, but not for like the same price, $100. I think D2 is a little expensive here at $100, but at least you get two blades, you get like a ton of scale options, right? If you were to get like a Benchmade or a Spyderco, there are some cheaper scales just because they're such popular brands, but for the most part, you're probably looking at, you know, uh, uh $50 per scale set, $50 for an extra or an aftermarket clip. Actually, you might be able to get $20 depending on the knife. Right, you're looking at basically, I don't know, 70 extra dollars worth of junk. I mean, I don't know that scales this size, actually that might make them more expensive, because it might be harder to produce, but you're probably paying like $50. I am liking this. So this is where the clip would go. So that instead of the diamond, they have like a little landing for it. Anyway, um, probably the best knife design and best material so far they've used. I probably would have chose VG10 over D2 in general, which is a steel they commonly use. D2 is fine, uh, but it's still kind of overpriced. You're really paying for the experience here. Um, But I might actually use this one as opposed to the other two that have been sitting in in a fucking pouch since I made them. Um, this one's definitely a lot more usable. It's a smaller knife. It's more ergonomic. It's not like a small knife, but it's more ergonomic. It's just like a better size. D2 is a reasonable steel to use pretty regularly. Right? It's a perfect size to do like draw cuts. I can use this with a leather. Although D2 is probably not going to hold up too well to that long term. I love Micarta, love brass. This is actually like sandblasted or something. Anyway, it's probably not going to patina that fast. But anyway, I'm probably going to call it here for this. I'll probably switch to gaming. We'll see what's happening over there. But this is more or less the finished product with that as another scale option. Thanks for being here, and I guess it's game switching time. We'll see if anyone's in Discord, and we'll see what's happening. If you were here for more knife content, you're in the wrong you're in the wrong space. Let's turn off thingy cam. Let's go to God. I really hope